I want to share a passage from the book The Map of Consciousness by David Hawkins, and I want to share how that passage relates to meditation. Here we go. Your overall consciousness level is that which is dominant, but it doesn't exclude the range of emotions coming up from the individual unconscious. Some of them are things that you projected into the world. Now that you are taking spiritual responsibility, suddenly you feel guilty about them. But that's a transitory processing of the energy of guilt. It doesn't mean that your consciousness has sunk down to the level of guilt. So, a basic summary of what the map of consciousness is about is how I think the overall human species, okay, let's just talk about us as humans. There's an overall level or the map of consciousness from the very bottom, such as if your consciousness level is dominant by something what he calls life depriving. At the bottom of the map is or are levels like guilt, shame, fear. Those are what he calls under the critical level of being life supportive. If your dominant consciousness level are those, then they are more life depriving. First is what are some of the higher up, which is crossing the 200-point level on the map of consciousness, are consciousness levels like love, unconditional love, acceptance, reasoning, all the way to the top is like enlightenment. Okay, so that's a summary of what the map of consciousness is about. So in that passage, what he's talking about and what I wanted to relate to with meditation is, especially for those of you who are interested in meditation or started meditation or have been meditating for a long while, from my experience is when you start to meditate, everybody's experience is very personal, okay? But I think there is a commonality between many people who meditate is your sense of awareness start to arise. And that includes your awareness of your internal state. So in that passage, it's like you start to look inward and see things that were in the past more in the subconscious level, such as things that we want to hide, such as things that we maybe subconsciously don't want to deal with. And then they start to surface, like in the muddy water, when the mud settles down, the water becomes more clear and you start to be able to see it face to face. But it might be a little scary at first, but at the same time, because your sense of awareness arises, you are not being hijacked by your own emotions as well. So there's like a tug of war, okay? Your sense of awareness arises, allowing you to see things more clearly, the good, the neutral, and the bad, okay? And you start to process it. And then that's when you're able to accept the whole you, the whole of yourself, the small self and the higher self. That's a way of saying it. So that's the point of I want to make between how meditation help you to be more aware of your inner state, and then in the process of you're able to process many things that you haven't been able to process before. So I hope this helps. Thank you.